I woke up this morning, turned on the TV. Another No Kings rally full of pure insanity. They got inflatable dinosaurs and bears on skateboards, some frog in a tutu doing cartwheels in the front yard, blue-haired Karen screaming fascist at the sky, while beta males in crop tops are trying not to cry. No kings, they're marching in the street, looking like a circus that forgot to bring the beats. White teams standing by, cameras rolling slow, while these clowns block traffic screaming, eat the rich, bro. No kings, my ass, y'all just a bunch of fools, wasting everybody's Saturday, playing by leftist rules. They got signs saying love trumps hate, but they hate half the nation, demanding open borders while screaming defund the station. One guy's dressed as Captain America, another as a cat, some washed up wedding singers singing Imagine Flat. They glue their hands to the road for the climate today, then wonder why the cops show up and haul their asses away. No kings, they're marching in the street, looking like a circus that forgot to bring the beats. White teams standing by, cameras rolling slow, while these clowns block traffic screaming, eat the rich, bro. No kings, my ass, y'all just a bunch of fools, wasting everybody's Saturday, playing by leftist rules. They don't know what they're protesting, they just know they're mad, marching for 12 straight hours like it's gonna fix the world. How sad. From no borders to no police to no America at all, they'd rather burn it down and see this country stand tall. No kings, go home and take a shower. You look ridiculous in your inflatable power. Blue hair flying, beta males nodding along, while real Americans are working and singing our song. No kings, my ass, we already got one. It's called the Constitution, and it's second to none, yeah. No kings, just a whole lot of clowns. God bless America, and pass the popcorn.
Buckle up, patriots. These clown shows in the streets, they're about as American as a commie parade. Time to sing it straight. No sugar. All salt, God bless Trump. And the USA. Out in Minneapolis, they're screaming abolish ICE, blocking roads like idiots, acting all high and mighty. Portland's burning
again. Antifa thugs in black, smashing windows, hurting cops. Yeah, take that back. Los Angeles riots, property going up in flames, injuring our boys in blue, playing stupid games. Inflatable animals bouncing like fools in the crowd. Dinos and ducks, what a joke, screaming loud. Paid agitator stirring the pot with sorrow's dough. And outlaw chaos, but we all know it's a show. These antis protest, stupid as hell, downright dumb. Anti-American trash, where the hell you from? Riots wrecking our cities, hurting the brave and true. But President Trump's fighting back, making America new. Keep the U.S. great, with borders strong and tight. Law and order forever, under freedom's light. You pointless clowns got no hope. IS follows the law, MAGA's rising up. Hear the patriots roar. Across the U.S., these whiners cry and moan. Anti-law and order, leaving destruction in their zone. Damaging shops, spraying hate on the walls, injuring police who answer the calls. And alpha-masked, hiding coward faces, paid by at least to trash our sacred places. But MAGA counter-protesters standing tall and proud, waving flags, pushing back the radical crowd. YouTube blowing up with the real truth exposed, local media filming your bosses to pause. You think your tantrum's gonna change a damn thing? I deporting crooks, that's the law we bring. No hope for your nonsense, it's all hot air and lies, while Trump's keeping us safe under star-spangled skies. Inflatable critters, what a pathetic size. Smart-ass radicals losing the fight. We're protective as hell of our red, white, and blue. You anti-American fools, we're done with you. From coast to coast, your protests fall flat. Ridiculous chants like a bad circus act. Expanding on YouTube, the world sees your shame. Local news capturing your blame game. MAGA warriors rally, turning the tide, defending our nation with patriotic pride. These riots are garbage, injuring the just, but Trump's law and order, in him we trust. These anti-ICE protests, stupid as hell, downright dumb. Anti-American trash, where the hell you from? Riots wrecking our cities, hurting the brave and true. But President Trump's fighting back, making America new. Keep the U.S. great, with borders strong and tight. Law and order forever, under freedom's light. You pointless clowns got no hope. IS follows the law, MAGA's rising up. Hear the patriots roar. Yeah, keep protesting, you ridiculous crew. Trump's making America greater than you. God bless the USA, land of the free and bold. These protests are over. Story told. MAGA forever.
Hello, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian. This is StarShip Adventures, and our adventure tonight takes us all over the United States and further. It's been a crazy day, but not too bad. We did have a shooting situation in D.C. At this point, I'm going to be going through all the nitty-gritty on that in just a few minutes. The good news is the person never got close to the president. And it looks like he's dead due to Secret Service gunfire. The Horta, of course. Devil in the Dark, great episode, one of my favorites, one of my top 10s. Basically a crawling rock made out of silicone. Yes. All right. So what else do we got going on tonight? Well, my goodness, we've got storm chasers out. We've got severe weather here, as you can see, moving through the Texas Panhandle. Look at this. And so we are monitoring that, and it looks like they've got a mesoscale. They had a mesoscale up for this. This storm right here is fairly strong, and it's about to go over our two storm chasers, and they're watching the wall cloud as it comes to see if there's any lowerings there. Upper right, we've got live views via Fox 5 Washington DC. This is live views where all this is being dealt with there, where the shooter was just blocks from the White House, a block from the White House. I'm going to be going through all of the news in depth in just a few minutes. The upper center and upper left, we got two choppers up right now. I believe they're both live. Just so you know, that stream of water that you see coming in from the right in the upper center, that is a ground monitor that they've got on, that they've heroically put that close. I don't know how they got it that close, but they've put a ground monitor on it, and they're shooting. See it there on the right? That's what we call a ground monitor. What it does is you hook a couple of fire hoses into this thing, and it'll sit there on the ground and keep spraying water wherever you need it indefinitely. As long as it's supplied with water, it will continue to spray that semi-fog that it's spraying right now on the side there. Also, it looks to me like the in-house suppression system, which is that black square that you see there around the tanks. You can actually see that there's sprinkler heads on the inside of those black squares. Those are also helping to keep the tanks cool. They had this already there. This was part of the system, so that if this ever happened, someone could pull the handle and it would begin to shoot water all over these tanks. And that's what's going on. It's been going on now for about 36 hours. Yeah, I can do that. Let me see where that's coming up. Yeah, I purposely put that weather on a different input tonight so that I can control it separately. There we go. Okay, so I got the music over here with the sound effects, and then I've got the other one over here. So yeah, I've got it turned down. Oh, that's cool, dispatch. Yes, this is the South California chemical incident. That is correct. And then the one right above me, right there, is, believe it or not, a protest. An anti-ICE, anti-American, anti-law and order protest that's going on. There was 3 screens on here, and just before I went live, of course, 2 of them went down. But we'll see if they end up, if the person putting this out ends up putting more screens up. But anyway, This is live at a protest. There look to be two different locations, about 50 people at one and about 25 at the other. I think the left is just about fizzled out when it comes to all this protesting. I think they're realizing that it's falling on deaf ears. That when you go out and you're basically protesting your country and you're protesting your president and you're protesting every single thing that's going good right now and you're for every single asshole in the world, it's just not going to resonate. I read an article 2 days ago that was written by a leftist that feels that it's time to start a new party. That the Democrat Party was great at one time, and it was. The Democrat Party stood for all the right things. It stood for free speech. It stood for the blue-collar worker, the union man, back when unions mattered. And the left stood up for the commoner. The person that goes to work every day, stops at McDonald's on the way home. That's the typical guy that works his ass off, typical woman that works her ass off. That's who that's blue collar. That's who the Democrats used to fight for. And now they don't anymore. They're for all the crazies and the special interests. They're for everybody. They're for all the different things like that literally don't have a lot of following, like
of MMIW,
Now, I don't know how many of each of those numbers there are in the world. I don't know how many MMLs or 2GLs or LGPs or whatever. But I'm telling you, if you take the entire thing, I mean, every single one.
MMIW, G2SLGBTQIA+.
Even the dead women, include everything, okay? Even if you include everything, that's less than 15%, 20% of our population. You add their immediate families and their best friends, you're now at less than 30% of our population. So this is not going to win elections, and this is where they're at right now. And they just did this big autopsy, and I'm going to get into that in just a little while. I want to go through the top of the news first, but we are going to get into this in a little while. The left actually did an autopsy of their loss, which this is very typical. All parties do it. They generally release it so that everybody can see it. And in this case, they did an autopsy, and just like the entire election, the entire everything, it was Fantasyland. It's Fantasyland. They were blaming numbers and dynamics, and they were blaming the fact that she didn't have enough time, and they were blaming all these other things, and they never mentioned the 4 or 5 things that are actually the reason why they lost the election. Women and men's sports. Being head over heels all the time, constantly about.
Of MMIW, G2SLGBTQIA+.
And always being for the bad guy, and all of these protests. These things have all come together to make the Democrat Party toxic right now. And they're going to have to literally win back some of the middle in order to ever win another presidential election. And then you get into the second problem the Democrats are having right now. They have no bench. They have no bench. We've got a great bench. We've got so many people that could be president right now. We got Marco Rubio. We got J.D. Vance. We've got, right here, Ron DeSantis would be a great president. You've got so many people. Abbott would be a great president. You've got all these different people in the Republican Party and all these up-and-comers in the Republican Party that would all be great presidents. Who does the Democrats have? Gavin Newsom, 17% in the latest poll. Kamala Harris, 16%, right behind him. Believe it or not, they're fingering the fact that she might end up back in there again. Do they really think? I mean, the Democrats are the only people you can ever find that will keep repeating history. They'll keep doing the stupid things over and over and over again. So anyway, long story short, the Democrat autopsy is out, and it literally doesn't even mention any of the reasons why they actually lost. But it talks exhaustively for 9 pages about all the reasons why they could have lost, but it doesn't ever discuss why they actually lost. Um, yeah, Lambert, you're absolutely correct. If the SAVE Act gets if the SAVE Act gets through, which we're hoping it will still, it'll make it almost impossible for the left to cheat anymore. It takes about 60, 80, maybe as much as 90% in some states. It will take the cheating away. Without the cheating, plus with the non-racially drawn congressional district maps that we're now getting in all these states, coupled with the fact that Florida and Texas stand to pick up a whole bunch of congressional seats in 4 years at the top of the decade when the census goes out. Yeah, it looks really good out there. It's ours to lose right now. You know, I think we're doing pretty good. I still think we're going to get a lot of Republicans that sit on ass and don't go to the election and don't go to the general, and we're going to end up keeping some of these thinner margins. I would love to have 15 or 20 House seats ahead so that we could actually pass some legislation and actually pass a real budget. Wouldn't that be? I'm so sick of these continuing resolutions. There needs to be a real budget. It's bullshit. Who's that? It's Ed. Mama's sitting here sound asleep on the side table here. But yeah, that's Ed. All right, well, I'm going to start with the top of the news. Let's do a quick reset. Hello, everybody. My name is Ian, and this is StarShip Adventures, and we are live tonight in StarShip Studios in North Fort Myers, Florida. I think that camera is locked or something. I don't know. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that that you made it in tonight. And we've got Mama Bleep. Oh, she woke up. Good morning, Mama. And Ed's back there, so he'll come by in just a minute and yell at you guys. Yep. All right. Well, have a good one. Thanks for coming in. All right, and yep. Hey, Carlotta, what's up? Yeah, it's Ed Earl. He's messed his head up again a little bit. I don't know what he's doing, but anyway, say hi, Ed. Say hi to everybody. No, he shook his head. No, I don't. He's in a mood. I don't know why. He's in a little bit of a mood tonight. All right. Anyway, yeah, yep. That's Eddie. Eddie's my sleeper cat. He sleeps in there with me every night. That's kind of the thing. Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness. Well, let me go back and see if I can find that other protest video that I just got rid of. That I probably shouldn't have got rid of. Oh, jeez. Again, I just don't think the left has it in them anymore to do all this protesting. I'm trying to find. Did they all just end? I mean, a lot of them are on the left coast. Okay, this is a counter protester that was out there giving him hell. Let me put him up and see what he's talking about. This might be funny for just a minute. Let's see what's going on. This guy likes to go out, wear his MAGA hat, and piss them all off. He's wearing a red hat that says Trump 2028. You talk about inciting a riot. That'll do it right there. Oh, I love it. Let's see if this is going to come up. There he is. Let's see what he's talking about here. That's feed 2.
Never going to do that again, bro. That was terrible.
Yep, Pam ripped it.
It's Chicha. Yeah, she bet. I bet you that's Pam's skin. We can scrape that shit up and auction it. like Enrique did with that megaphone from that chick. They auctioned off the broken pieces of the megaphone from Washington from the J6 memorial. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I got stickers about.
I got a sticker.
You guys can buy.
I'm really happy that I got a sticker. I've been asking them for stickers for the last 2 months.
What's his name? Patriot Shane, I think.
Patriot shit, yeah.
Yeah, he got his ex canceled. Like, he needs to try to get it back.
All right, so I love when the counter protesters go out and heckle them, because just like I protect their free speech to burn their flags and do all the stupid shit they do in the inflatable costumes and all that, I also encourage these people to go out and heckle the shit out of them, because that's covered under free speech as well. Yep. Yeah, yeah, Ed Earl was attacked by a bird when he was young, and it made a little spot on his head where the hair don't really grow. And then he seems to always mess his head up all the time, going under the house or I don't know what, but he's always messing his head up. What are you doing, Eddie? What's up, buddy? The shooter in D.C. was 21 years old. Do you believe that? All right, let's get the latest details on that. Let's go ahead and start there. The D.C. shooting situation. Gunshots heard outside the White House. Male suspect taken down by Secret Service. The White House was placed on lockdown Saturday after shots were fired near the executive mansion, prompting a response from the U.S. Secret Service. Multiple sources confirmed to Fox News Digital that suspect accused of opening fire near the White House Saturday afternoon has been identified as Nazri Best, 21, of Maryland. Carlotta, he's one of yours. He's Nazri. Of course, he was born after you left, so I guess it don't count. But Nazri Best, 21, of Maryland. Sources say the suspect, who was shot by U.S. Secret Service agents, died on the way to George Washington Medical Center. He allegedly had multiple prior encounters with the Secret Service and a history of mental health issues. See, like Carlotta and everybody else, we're always talking about what do we do with all these crazies? I mean, you know, we used to have institutions. I don't know if that's the answer, because that went really horribly wrong. But now, half our crazies are in jail and the other half are wandering around until they get put back. And I don't know if this is right. Is it fair? Let me ask another weird question that you've probably never thought of it. Let's think of the other side of this question. Is it fair for your shoplifters and your criminals that failed to show up for a traffic warrant or whatever to be housed with people who are literally nuts and crazy? You know, think about that. You know, just because you committed a crime, you should be safe when you're imprisoned. I know that's crazy, but that's, you know, come on. So, should our jails be full of crazy people? I don't know, but they are. Anyway, he allegedly had multiple prior encounters with Secret Service. That's crazy. Best was detained by Secret Service on June 26, 25 for flagging down agents and making threats. And again on July 10th, 2025 for entering a restricted area. This according to Fox News. Mullen is monitoring the situation. Yeah, I would expect nothing less. White House Speaker Mike Johnson, or House Speaker Mike Johnson, commended the federal response on an active shooter near the White House. We're grateful to our brave Secret Service agents who took quick, decisive action and removed the threat, and they sure did. Trump stayed at work. He did not, the White House is about the safest house in the country. I mean, you're not going to find a safer place. There's nothing that you can carry up to the White House that's going to get through the windows of the White House. So I don't, it's one of those kind of things. He said he won't stop working. He's working on this Iran thing, and I'm about to lose faith in any kind of negotiations here, and I think we should bomb them back to the 6th century. I mean, bomb them right back to everywhere, to dirt and mulch. I'm sick of this shit. We have tried everything. Look, our demands are pretty simple. Don't make nuclear bombs, you crazy assholes. Okay, that's our side of the argument. Don't make crazy bombs. Quit effing with ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Did you guys see the video? There's a video. They're going around and they're going around one of these campuses, and they're asking people if they think it's fair that they're helping the Strait of Hormuz, but they're not helping the gays of Hormuz. That's worth finding. It's funny. What are you doing, Eddie? Hi, Ed. You showing your ass. Come here. Eddie. Eddie, come here. What are you doing, buddy? Say hi to everybody. Yep, he's a beautiful cat. I call him my dime store cat, or my pet store cat, because of all the cats I have, he's just beautiful. This one would not have lasted 2 hours in a mall pet store. He would have been gone. They would have taken him right out. He's just absolutely beautiful. Perfect size. He's just a beautiful cat, and perfectly gray. Now that he's 11, he's browning. When he goes out in the sun, he's brown. He's turning brown. You always wonder what a gray cat does when they turn gray. They turn brown. Yeah. All the rest of my cats are a bunch of inbred neighborhood cats, but that's one that wandered up. I swear they bought him somewhere and he got away from them because he just wandered up here hungry. Anyway, suspect was pronounced dead. The Secret Service spokesman confirmed to Fox News the male suspect accused of opening fire towards the White House. And this was towards the White House. Now, if you know the president's in there and you're shooting at the White House, I mean, that's an attempt on Donald Trump's life. Even though it was a pretty shitty one, wasn't well thought out, kind of like the last few. But it was still an attempt on his life, and it needs to be treated as such. The suspect who they did identify approached Secret Service checkpoint near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, removed a weapon from his bag, and then began to fire at posted officers, a spokesperson said. Secret Service agents returned fire, striking the suspect, who was taken to a local hospital and pronounced dead. During the shooting, a bystander was also struck by gunfire. Their condition is unknown. And I haven't heard anything else about that, so let's hope that's pretty minor. It remains unclear whether the bystander was struck by the suspect's initial gunfire or during the subsequent exchange of gunfire. Officials say the suspect had a history of mental issues. No injuries were sustained by Secret Service personnel. Donald Trump was at the White House during the incident, but was not impacted and continued working, because that's the way he is. Steve Scalise, Republican, Louisiana, who was shot in the hip by a gunman during practice for a congressional baseball game back in 2017. Remember? They tried to kill him and a bunch of other Republicans. He commented, "We live in a dangerous time," Scalise wrote on X, praying for President Trump, those injured near the White House, and the brave Secret Service and law enforcement that's working hard to keep us all safe. It is a crazy time out there, guys. I think we're probably to the point now where no president has had his life threatened as much as this one has. And it's so typical of the stupid half of this country to finally get a president there that's doing a great job, to finally get the president in there that's doing what we want him to do. And they're trying to whack him. That's the left today. Isn't that right, Eddie? Are you going to talk about this at all tonight, or are you just going to stay there silent and stoic? Are you stoic? What's wrong? He is not talking tonight. He yelled to get in the door. He does. He's got a loud voice. If he yells because he wants something, he literally screams at you. That's something cats learn over time. Is, hey, I can get louder, and when I get louder, they move faster. Isn't that right, Edward? That's right. It's like I'm a cat with a person's name. What do you want? Oh. All right, so there's what we got with that. We're going to keep an eye on this. The FBI has come in to assist the Secret Service with this. ATF has come in to assist the Secret Service. They all just love helping each other. There you go. And let me see if I can get this image over here for you guys. I found a fairly easy way to show you guys images, so I'm trying to do more of that. This is where it was. It was, for those of you who are like Carlotta and just love DC and may be familiar with where this is. Here it is. It's 17th Street Northwest in Pennsylvania. That's going to put it kind of on the corner there. But it is right on Pennsylvania there. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. There is no mental hospitals anymore. So there's only two kinds of mental health out there. None and jail. Yeah, and also because of money and expense, there's no longer couch time. I don't know if you guys know this. Unless you're rich, on insurance, there is no couch time. On government benefits, there is no couch time. So basically what that means is you don't go to your shrink and sit down and talk about your problems anymore. You go to your shrink, you get 6 minutes with your shrink, okay? And he diagnoses you, and you're this, you're bipolar, you're schizophrenic, you're depressed clinically, you're whatever they do, and here you go to 200 milligrams of Zyprexa once a day, boom, and you're gone, and that shit's hundreds of dollars. And then there's, okay, here, your Prozac, boom, and you're gone. And the problem is these people won't take their medications. Crazy people that get stabilized on medication will eventually come to their own conclusion that they need to get off that medication. It's a weird thing that happens. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do, but this is clearly a situation where the mental health has failed us again. That this person should have been dealt with before this, but he wasn't. All right, so what else? Next thing up, magnitude 6.0 earthquake rocks Hawaii's Big Island as Kilauea volcano likely to erupt again within days. This seems to be the pattern. Over 2,500 residents reported feeling the shaking on the west side of the island, with some reporting home damage. For a 6.0, it could have been worse. It rocked Hawaii's Big Island shortly before 10 p.m. local time Friday night, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The earthquake came amid USGS monitoring of Kilauea, an active volcano on Hawaii's Big Island that experts expect to erupt again in the coming days after a recent series of eruptions through May. Friday night's earthquake occurred about 7 miles south of Napu. I'm not sure. A town on the southwest coast of Hawaii, according to the United States Geological Survey. The depth, location, and recorded seismic waves of the earthquake suggested it was caused by stress due to bending of the oceanic plate from the weight of the Hawaiian island chain. So maybe that guy was right. Maybe the whole island's going to capsize. No, just kidding. That doesn't happen. Okay. Strong to very strong shaking was reported on the west side of the island of Hawaii, and the earthquake resulted in several aftershocks. While the USGS said the earthquake was unrelated to Kilauea's eruptions, the agency continues to monitor the volcano, which it expects to erupt again between May 24th and 27th. Here's the thing. Even if the quake had nothing to do with Kilauea, it could speed things up over there because it shook the ground. Conversely, it could be related to Kilauea as well. So they're saying probably not, but it's all one big system under there. No tsunami warning had been issued in connection with the earthquake, according to USGS, because only certain kinds of earthquakes that occur underwater create tsunamis. The Gaze of Hormuz. Oh, you found the video? Oh goodness. Well, okay. Let me get it here. I knew somebody would find it. I think I played a short one of these a while back, but this is hilarious. Just give me a second to get this going here. Let me get our local ad out of the way for our local. There's an attorney ad that plays every single time. All right, let's see. I haven't previewed this, so but I take your word for it. Here it is. Let's see here. Eddie, you're in the way a little bit, but that's okay.
So last weekend were those big No Kings protests against Donald Trump around the U.S., and a lot of people had something to say about what they see as the terrible state of the world, including how absolutely homophobic it is that we're all so focused on the Straits of Hormuz. I mean, what about the gays of Hormuz?
Isn't it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the gays of Hormuz?
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of Hormuz behind?
I think it's just historically, like, you know, gays have always been very discriminated against. It just takes more reform in government, obviously, and then also educating society.
I just feel like if we're gonna go in there, we can't leave the gay people behind.
Right.
I don't think we should go in there at all, but if we're going to, the gays of Hormuz, we could turn it into Fire Island.
For sure.
What about the pansexuals of Hormuz? Thanks to internet legend Lionel from No Cap on God for that amazing interview. I don't know. I wonder if people don't really have any idea about what they're protesting. Maybe they just want to look cool. I know. I'm being cynical.
I'm the edema building up in your...
So that's hilarious. I've seen actually longer clips where they've actually interviewed. My God, these stupid people that keep popping up on my feed, I can't stand it. Oh my God. Anytime a feed ends, it goes to these liberals. I don't even know who they are. It's like YouTube's way of screwing me over. Now, tonight, at the end of the show, I want my regulars, you guys hang out tonight. There's a whole new closer. Yeah, it's a whole new closer tonight. I want to show you guys, just in the time that I made the first closer and the time I made the second closer, AI has come a long way in what I can make. And I'm not going to show the whole closer in the middle of the show, but I want you guys to hang out and watch it. But I will, just real briefly here, I want to show this one video. I was very impressed that what AI was able to make for me this time. Very, very impressed. And so I'm going to put it on here. Let me just find the right one here. Here it is. And then I got to put it on the right screen. All right. Yeah. So, you know, I put this prompt. I uploaded a picture of the van, you know, that I've made using AI, and I told it what I wanted, and it made this video for me today. It's a 17-second long video, and it literally made it for me just right off the thing. I was very surprised. So anyway, here we go. This is it. It's the I'm just going to show this. This is a 17-second clip, but I want you to look at this. This was absolutely amazing. Look at this. Is that not cool? The wipers don't really work right, but that's all right. Isn't that amazing? So I'm using this in the closer now. Here, one more time. AI made this with the picture of the van and a voice prompt, and that's it. And it's really good, guys. I mean, I got to tell you, it's really good. It probably cost me $2 worth of API credit to make this, but it was worth it. Oh my God. Is that not awesome? So anyway, that I'm using that in the closer now. Oh wait, did I not hit the button? Damn it. God bless America. I'm so stupid. Here's the video. Let me show it again. This is the video that I was just talking about that you couldn't see. Yes, that's what we've been covering. Yeah. I don't know if it's 50,000 and change that's been evacuated. I heard it was 2,500. I do have that, and I covered it a few minutes ago. We'll do it again. I'll go back and check it again and see if there's anything new that's come out on that. It may have gotten crazy. I don't know. We lost one chopper, and this other one looks like it's rotated. Anyway, here it is one more time. Here's that video. Isn't this amazing? I mean, I don't know, dude. I was very impressed with this. I like it. And I've got 3 or 4 other video clips that I made in there too. Isn't that amazing? So I just wanted to show you guys that. That will be that, and many other videos that I made, 3 or 4 other clips that I made, will all be in the closer tonight. Also, a new national anthem. I went up about 8 years. This is actually, I think, this is the one they actually used at the end of Poltergeist. It shows the Apollo mission going up. It shows the man on the moon at the end. Wow, if it's that big, then yeah, this is nuts. That's a lot of people. Let me see, what I have here may be old, so let me go back and see what we got here. All right, this is the latest as of 4:22 p.m. Eastern. So there I need to find. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, you're correct. 40,000. Wow. Well, it's a state of emergency for 40,000, and evacuation orders for 40,000. So yeah, that's a lot, guys. That's big. They're using drones to go in and look at. Anyway, let me go through this. Emergency crews launched a high-stakes offensive overnight at the Southern California Aerospace Facility to neutralize the adjacent chemical tank. Let me see if I can find something newer, because this is 6 hours old. And even though, let me just see what else I can find. Give me a second here. Let me get the absolute latest from a reputable news source. Two hours. Let's sort by relevance, sort by date. All right, here we go. Washington Post. This is the latest thing posted. Southern California chemical tank at risk of exploding. 40,000 residents ordered to evacuate. Oh, here we go with the goddamn paywall. It's all right. You just hit refresh stop a few times, and you can get it to where you can still read it. All right, California Governor Douche Newsom proclaimed the state of emergency in Orange County on Saturday as officials desperately searched for a safe resolution to a leaking toxic chemical tank at an aerospace facility. The safety of Orange County residents is the top priority, according to Douche Newsom. We are mobilizing every state resource available to support local responders and make sure the community has what they need to stay safe. That's exactly what they expect you to say. Orange County Fire Authority's incident commander and division chief Craig Covey said that temperatures inside the tank continue to rise, creating a significantly dangerous situation, spurring the evacuation of more than 50,000 residents now. It was previously believed that the temperatures were cooling inside the Garden Grove industrial tank at the GKN Aerospace. Estimates to contain 70,000 gallons of methyl methacrylate. However, after crews embarked on a risky operation inside the danger zone, they learned temperatures were actually increasing at the rate of about 1 degree per hour. It was 90 degrees on Friday night after starting the day at 77. We just put in harm's way. We did put people in harm's way last night with an attempt to go in and neutralize the additional tank, Covey said in a video posted to X on Saturday, explaining the crews entered the zone in an attempt to ensure an additional tank near the leaking tank was stable. And they're, let me find this here. In this image here, you can see the ground monitor there with the fire. See the two fire hoses going over to the Siamese, and then that connects into the back of the ground monitor. And that ground monitor, that looks like they've got some boards attached to it to help hold it in place. But that will sit there and spray water as long as water is sent to it. Now, I don't know where they've got the closest fire truck. They could be feeding this right off of the fire hydrant. A lot of times in industrial areas, the fire hydrants will have big flow rates and also high pressure. So it could be that they're feeding it right off the hydrant. Normally you want a fire truck in there so you can bring the pressure from 50 or 60 pounds up to $1.25 or whatever, so you can make sure that you're getting the penetration or the distance that you need. So anyway, but that's what's going on there. That's what they call a ground monitor. Now, while we're here, let me just take a second here and look and see if I can find real quick another video on this. It looks like that one that we're seeing up there is an old video that's looping. All these spoof sites, a lot of them have picked this up. And there's now 20 or 30 spoofs going on. It's almost 7 o'clock there. I'm looking. I mean, I see video of it, but I'm sure this is all old. Ment is usually always repeats. Alert News, which is the one that's up there now, I think now we can safely say that's another one of these channels. The Hindustan Times, that one's bad. First Post, I've taken this before, but I'm starting to think this does look like the sun's fairly low in the sky, but I don't think it's low enough to be just an hour before dark. So I don't think that's going to be good either. The Daily Guardian, that's always bullshit. So yeah, that's it. We really don't have any other feeds on that. So just give me a second here to try to find a couple of feeds to fill these holes, and then we'll keep on moving. Hey, Mama. You gonna say hi to everybody? Yeah, say hi. Yeah. She looks at the microphone. That's her saying hi. She looks at the microphone. Yeah. She's a good kitty. Whether she wants to be or not, she is. All right, let's see what we got over here. No volcanoes going up tonight. Mama kitty. Another pet peeve of mine is when someone writes in the description, this happened 9 minutes ago. Really, are you changing that description every minute? Are you going back and changing it to 10 minutes ago and 11 minutes ago? I mean, that's just kind of stupid. Hey, Cheetos, you just got a monthly membership for free from Jungle Jordy. Thank you, Jungle. I appreciate the support. All right, Mama. Go over here. Let's not rub snot all over my mouse hand. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Let's go back and let's look for protest stuff. Okay, I believe this is live. This is going to be one of the protests. I think this is at the ICE facility in Portland, Oregon. Yep, it is. I hate this how people are going on in upright and in sideways mode. Well, it shows up as two separate videos, and it's like, man, I really wish they could have found a better way to do that. People don't want upright mode. Most people don't like upright mode. The only people that like upright mode are the lazy people that are out there making the videos. I got a little handle and a little clamp that holds it, and I hold my phone like this. I got a little handle on the bottom. I got 2 or 3 of those. I've also got a gimbal I bought for $65 and it works great. Yeah, not doing so bad. Good numbers tonight again. I will be here tomorrow after 2 p.m. So if there's anything breaking tomorrow after, say, 2 or 2:30, I'll be on to cover it on through the evening. And also on Memorial Day, I plan to be here in the studio. I'm working on 2 different projects that day that I've already got scheduled, but I'm going to be here. So if something happens, I'll be able to go live. And I don't work on Memorial Day. In radio, it's weird. Sometimes they have us work and sometimes they don't. It's kind of a weird thing. Okay, this other one I'm going to put up, this is a Scientology protest in Hollywood. It's one of those freaky things. I'm not a big fan of Scientology. I mean, it's, it is what it is. I don't like it. I think it's a cult. A lot of people's lives are ruined by that cult. So I don't like it. I'm also not spending all my time out there protesting against it. If people want out of it, you can get out of it. Except maybe that one woman they've got locked away in a basement somewhere, whatever. I watched the Leah Remini series that she did on Scientology. Very good. A lot of respect for that woman. She did a series on, and Carlotta, she watched it too. She did a series on Scientology. And it's a bunch of sick, twisted shit that these people do. They got this guy was a Navy guy, so he creates a Navy so he can have people dress up in Navy uniforms and salute him. This L. Ron Hubbard in his Dianetics book, and his literally, he's got a fleet of ships, and he dresses them all up in almost identical uniforms to the real Navy. As far as the White House shooting, no, we just covered that not long ago. There has been nothing else new. I'm looking right now. The shooter is dead. There's one other person injured. No police were injured, including Secret Service. They were shooting at the White House. Donald Trump was in the White House. This is, in fact, another attempt on his life, although a pretty sad one. Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard was a crazy cultist. He created his own religion, and he created his own Navy. This guy was nuts, and he did it all. He did it all through bullying. Every bit of it was through bullying. They would bully you. You get in there, they bully you. They take your money. They take everything. They do this. It's terrible. And they do it all by making you feel bad, making you feel guilty, making you feel like you're going to go to hell. Whatever it is, it's always a bully tactic. I can't stand it. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it tonight. But yeah, if you guys are interested in Scientology, go back and find a series that Leah Remini did about Scientology. I forget what channel that was on, Carlotta. If you remember, throw it in there. But it was on one of the channels, Discovery or one of those. I don't know. I don't remember which one. But if you, put that in there. People should find that. When you go back and watch it, you will be shocked what you hear. I'm just telling you. Okay, so where are we at? Let me see here. All right, so anyway, they're going to try to find some way to keep this thing from exploding, is pretty much what they're trying to do. They're trying to find some way to keep this thing from exploding. That is the latest news I just gave you. I just got that from an article that was just released literally about an hour ago. All right, the next thing I want to mention, we can do a few lighter stories here. Let's get on into this. Pizza Hut. Yes, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut bringing back the vintage vibes as franchises embrace nostalgic makeovers. I always used to love the Red Roof Pizza Hut. I always loved their pizza. I've always loved the restaurants. I have fond memories of my family sitting in there getting a pizza and each of us eating our pieces, and my dad and I walking over to the jukebox and we would always put in a couple of Eagles songs, and we would always put in Kansas, Dust in the Wind. Those were my dad's songs. And we'd put in the Eagles, anything. Hotel California, I think, was his favorite from the Eagles. But you can't go wrong with anything the Eagles ever sang. But we would go over and put that in the jukebox and sit there and eat that pizza at that Pizza Hut in North Fort Myers. It's a head shop now. But anyway, it's gone. We won't ever get a Pizza Hut back here again. I doubt it. But yeah, I'm a little nostalgic. I miss the Red Roof. We had one out east that was only about 3 miles from my fire station. And man, after meetings at night, we would all go over to Perkins and sit and have a late dinner or a cup of coffee with friends. And it was either Pizza Hut, which was open till like 11 o'clock, or Perkins, which was next door. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, that, you know, not only are they not quite gone, but they've only got 93 stores left. It's a Kansas-based company called the DeLand Corporation that owns them. They only have 93 franchises left, but 38 of them are actually going to revert back to the original Pizza Hut, the Red Roof. Are you two going to fight? We don't do that here. No violence. Mama is mad that he's in here. This is her place, dude. She doesn't like other cats in here. It was on A&E. Thank you, Carlotta. A&E Network. A&E Network. Leah Remini, Scientology. That should be all you have to type, and you'll be able to find it. But yep, if you guys remember the old Pizza Huts with the stained glass lamps over each table, and the red and white checkered tablecloth covers, and the weird windows that were shaped where they were bigger at the top than the bottom. Do you guys remember that? Well, they're coming back. I thought that was kind of a neat story. All right, so there you go. The retro remodels are called Pizza Hut Classic. They include promotional materials for the Book It program. The chain established in 1984 and still runs to incentivize children to read more and reward them with pizza. That's what their philanthropic endeavor is to get kids to read. The Pizza Hut brand is kind of iconic to the country, according to DeLand's president Tim Sparks. Brothers Dan and Frank Carney founded Pizza Hut in Kansas in 1958 after borrowing $600 from their mother. They named it Pizza Hut because their sign only had room for 8 letters. You know, you drive past it every day and you never know where that name come from. The sign only had room for 8 letters, so they called it Pizza Hut instead of Pizza Place or Pizza Town or Today there are more than 16,000 Pizza Huts in more than 100 countries. Until recently, only a handful of them retained the classic look. A lot of families, his own included, enjoyed eating a Pizza Hut when the restaurant had the traditional styling, according to Sparks. He added that he hopes that the throwback makeovers will bring customers back to the restaurant's dining rooms. Everybody's suffering right now. It's just become too expensive to eat out. I eat out 2 or 3 times a week, and that's with my mom. I do stop and get fast food on the way home, but I stop and get specific things that are pretty cheap. You know, like Dairy Queen, for instance. 4 chicken strips, a piece of garlic toast, and a medium fry is under $10. It's like $9.20 or something after tax. That right now is considered an inexpensive meal. For $2 you can add a drink. That's my one. That place is right on the way home. I've been getting those chicken strips like 3 days a week. It's gonna kill my gallbladder. Oh, that's cool. So there is still a lot of Pizza Huts. We've lost our East Fort Myers one and our North Fort Myers one, but I do believe there is still other ones in the area. But anyway, that's Pizza Hut. So be looking for it. Your franchise in your town may be one of the ones that's doing the retro classic look Pizza Huts. Check that out. All right, the next thing, gunshots heard outside the White House. Let's do an update on that. They did identify the 21-year-old person. He is from Maryland. He's a Marylander. I don't know if he's a Baltimorean, but he is a Marylander. Okay. Multiple sources confirmed to Fox News Digital the suspect accused of opening fire near the White House Saturday afternoon has been identified as Nazri Best, 21, of Maryland. He has been killed by gunfire from Secret Service. So that's what we got there. I do have another image here. Anytime I get an image that's decent. Nope, not that one. This one. Here we go. This is an image that that we just got from the crime scene there, where they worked him. Obviously, you can see there the blood-soaked stuff on the ground and what looks like articles of clothing that were cut off of him. It looks like an O2 cylinder there, and probably the med bags. In a big incident like this, if they call it on the scene, they'll stand up and walk away and just leave everything sitting there because the investigators come in and photograph everything from that moment. So they probably just left everything there and just got up and walked away, and now they'll go take pictures, check everything, and then they'll come back in and get the gear and put it back in service. I like a thin crust pizza. That's my favorite. Yep, I definitely like the thin. Well, yeah, cannabis. I did, that's twice I've done that. Canna Club. Yes, I can certainly do that for you. Here it is.
Of MMIW G2SLGBTQQIA+.
And there's going to be a test on that. You guys are going to need to know.
Of MMIW G2SLGBTQQIA+.
Yeah. And I'll let you know as soon as we find out which of those letters this gunman is, because most gunmen are one of those letters up there. All right. Yeah, there, I said it. Oh my God, he said it out loud. Liberal New York Times columnist roasts the Democrats' election autopsy, calls it absolutely ridiculous, says AI could have done a better job at explaining this mess. DNC chair Ken Martin publicly distanced himself from the report, saying it doesn't meet his standards. The New York Times opinion columnist Michael Goldberg blasted the Democrat National Committee long-awaited 2024 election autopsy report Friday, deriding the report as mysterious, anticlimactic, and ridiculous on its face. After months of internal party drama over its release, they should have released this a month or two ago, or 6 months ago, but they haven't. Why? Because it's all bullshit. It's all bad news that's lying because they don't want you to know the real bad news. And I'll tell you what I mean. Here we go. The document, it's now clear, was kept under wraps not because it was impolite or anti-anything, but because it's a disaster, Goldberg wrote, criticizing Democrat National Committee Chair Ken Martin for changing his rhetoric regarding the report. What's most striking is his utter lack of substance. She continued, noting that the words Israel and Gaza appear nowhere in its 192 pages. The left's hatred for Israel is part of the reason why they lost the election, just like all these other reasons. But they never mentioned it. They support terrorists. That was never mentioned in the autopsy report. So how honest can it be, right? It offers little insight into why the Democrat Party lost large numbers of blacks and Latino men, or its failure to speak to disconnected irregular voters. I wonder if it was written by AI, although AI probably would have done a better job. I said that at the beginning, and it's in the article. That's hilarious. When vying for the DNC chairmanship, Martin ran on releasing the autopsy, but with time said it would not be released after all. The move, Goldberg said, made the report an object of suspicion and fascination. I mean, look, if you got something shitty that has to come out, just do it now. Do it now. It's like a Band-Aid. Just rip it off. Do it now. Because when you make a big conspiracy out of it, it sits in the news and simmers like a big old turd. And you don't want that. You want to just get it out there, get it over with, and 3 days from now, people are watching a football game and they don't give a shit. You want to get it out. What they've done is they've created this object of suspicion and fascination. Everybody had to see what was in this report. Come to find out, the report's a bunch of fabricated horse shit. Some thought it was protecting Kamala Harris ahead of 28. A lot of people believe they wrote this thing to not give her any of the blame, if you will, on why they did so poorly in the last election. Because at this point, they have no heir apparent. They have no person to run. They have no one. They have Douche Newsom at under 20%. Kamala Harris at under 20%. And then look who's below that. Michael Francis O'Rourke, Beto. And you got Buttigieg. And you got who else? Oh, AOC. Don't forget AOC. That's right. The bartender that wants to be president. Nothing against bartenders. Many of the people that have commented focused not on what was in the report, because what was in it was so fabricated and horse shit and bullcrap that they don't even care about that. What they concentrated on was what wasn't in the report. There's nothing in the report about President Joe Biden's age. They kept this guy running a lot longer than they should have. He should have stepped down 2 years earlier. She would have been the incumbent. She would have had 2 years to run a regular campaign. So right off the bat, Joe Biden not stepping down is probably the number one reason they didn't win. Right off the bat. Because he kept holding on and holding on. His stupid ass. And then when he finally stepped down, she only had so many months to try to put something together. And I'm not giving excuses for her, because she could have had 50 years and not put it together. Trust me. Nothing about the border crisis. It had nothing in it about the border crisis. The Democrats caused the border crisis. Not only did they cause it, they caused it on purpose to backfill liberal states for the census at the top of the next decade. This was never mentioned. The fact that the Democrats left the borders wide open for 4 years and flooded us with 20 million illegals was never mentioned in the report. How honest is it? Hi, Mama. There was nothing in the report about the party's declining appeal to religiosity. Basically, they were indifferent to religious voters. And there's still a lot of people on the left that are religious. And the left's anti-religious, atheist crap that it's always putting out hurt them. And they never mentioned in the report. You're a bunch of heathenist atheists. That should have been mentioned in the report. That's part of the reason you lost, you morons. Nothing about all these boutique left-wing views, such as support for taxpayer-funded sex changes. How does that play in the middle, by the way? The left actually wants to pay for sex change operations for illegal immigrants that are in prison waiting to be deported. How does that play with the middle of the country, which is who elects presidents? The middle 20%. 40% always going to vote for the right, 40% always going to vote for the left. You've got that 20% in the middle that decide who's going to be the next president. So they're the ones you're running on. Yes, it's important to get your base to show up too, and that's a fact. But the actual decision is made by that middle 20%. As long as both sides show up, it's that middle 20%. How does it play in that middle 20% when these people want to do crazy, weird things? I mean, think about that. The report was ultimately released Thursday and initially covered by CNN. And they blamed it on everything from declining voter registration, cuts to state party support, and the failure to listen to certain voter groups. They do admit that. The report also notes that the party must have a renewed focus on voters in Middle America and in the South. The left literally talks shit about us down here in the South. And I got news for you. Look at the numbers. We're deciding shit now. Florida's become one of the 3 most powerful states in the Union. Texas is one of the 3 most powerful states in the Union also. And we're both in the South. So get used to it. All these lefties that keep talking shit about the South, and the red wall goes all across the whole South. Why is that? Maybe it's because you've been talking shit about morons in the South for 4 years. Well, guess what? Us morons didn't vote for you. He said that the report, this is from the Democrat leader, the report was released for the sake of transparency as I received it, in its entirety unedited and unabridged with annotations for claims that couldn't be verified. So there you go. They came out with an autopsy on why they did so bad in the elections. They never mentioned Joe Biden, his declining health. They never mentioned all the stuff that all the craziness and all the things that they do with
MMIW G2SLGBTQIA+.
and all the stuff to do with that. They didn't mention anything about the border and the border crisis that they not only created, but they created on purpose. They didn't mention any of this in the report on why they lost the last election. They also never mentioned that she's an idiot. They also never mentioned that she picked a piece of shit to be her running mate. Tampon Tim Walz. Hold on, I got cats about to fight in here. All right. Mom is mad because Ed's in here and they both ran out, so... Well, there you go. All right. The South will rise again. Well, in many ways, we are. I don't think it'll ever be like it was last Civil War. We're fighting a civil war right now, guys. We're fighting it right now. We're fighting it with U-Hauls. The state that gets the most U-Hauls wins. Right now, Florida's winning. Texas is winning. California's losing. New York is losing. Illinois is losing. New Jersey's losing. All these states, even Maine, Mass, all these states, Wisconsin, these left states, all these blue states, they're all moving down. They're moving to Florida. They're moving to Georgia. They're moving to Texas. They're moving to the Carolinas. They're moving to Tennessee. And why? Because our taxes are so much lower here. You can retire in New York and move down here and you don't pay that 6 or 7% state income tax. I mean, right off the bat, you save 7%. If you got a big pension, that's a lot of money. So yeah, I mean, all these states are bleeding people. And all those people they're bleeding are coming to our states, which makes us more powerful. And we used to think that all these people moving here from New York and New Jersey and Illinois and California, they're going to turn our state purple and we're going to lose our freedom and we're going to lose our conservative nature. And I couldn't have been more wrong. I was completely wrong. That's not what happened. Because the people moving here are either conservative converts or they were always conservative and just living in the wrong state. And so when they move here, they become very conservative, ruby red conservative. And so we don't have that problem in Florida. Everybody here, when they move down here, mostly they're right wingers. They're people that are already on the right. They've seen what the left does. They move here from New York. We got this one guy that calls the show. He's got this New York accent. He goes, "Oh my God, those leftist bastards have just ruined my whole town." And he goes on and on about how they've ruined it up there. That everything is just ruined. Everything from like in the city, everything from the utilities and the mess is there and the mess with the government and all the handouts, the cabs and the medallion systems and all of these weird taxation structures that they have up there, and a road system that doesn't work and a bridge system that's too expensive to use. They move down here and they're like, oh my God, the roads are great. There's very few tolls. And they're talking about getting rid of all the rest of the tolls down here. I mean, how long are people going to live in a place where they're just taxed to death? And so that's what's caused this problem. And the redistricting is going to give the Republicans about 10 more seats in the House. And then the redistricting in 4 years is going to give us probably another 10 to 20. Not to mention if we get the SAVE Act passed and they can't cheat, we'll pick up 5 or 10 more. And on top of all that, I think we're doing better than we think when it comes to the base, when it comes to the support. We got to get this Iran war over with. Trump needs to end this shit. I don't care if he bombs them back to the 6th century. He needs to end this shit right now. And we need to do everything we can to get that gas down to $1.99 a gallon. If he can get that gas down to $1.99 a gallon by November 1st, there's nothing the Democrats can do. The only thing that we've got that they've got going for them right now is the high gas prices, which they're partially responsible for. Isn't that a great piece of irony? The left's closing down pipelines, closing down exploration, closing down drilling, throttling back production. All of the things that the left did under Joe Biden are hurting us now that we're trying to navigate this global mess. So don't forget that when they start bitching about gas prices, remember they're partially responsible too. It's not just the Iran war. If it wasn't for all that shit that Biden did, we would have $1.50 gas, and then the Iran war would have made it gone up to $3, and it wouldn't have been that big a deal. But we were still recovering from all of them. First thing Biden did was sign an executive order to shut down the production of pipelines, throttle back production, stop exploration. I mean, and then they turn around and look what Trump's done to the gas prices. Go F yourself. You're just as responsible as the assholes in the Strait of Hormuz. And the gays of Hormuz, too. Are you talking about here in Florida? Our governor candidate, Byron Donalds, is doing excellent. He's up 30-something points in the polls. His attack ads, some attack ads have come out on him. They're not that good. People love Byron down here. Let me tell you what, when it comes to the voting record, he has the most conservative voting record in Congress, period. No caveats. Most conservative voting record in Congress. Byron Donalds, Republican, Florida. Amazing. And that's our next governor. We've already decided down here. He's up 32 points or something in the polls. He would have to wake up. He'd have to wake up in a hotel room with a bunch of hookers and coke all over his face, and he would probably still win. So it's one of those things where, these guys that are running against him in the primary, these other Republicans, they're self-funders. They're spending millions and millions and millions of dollars of their own money, and it's not going to make any difference. The lieutenant governor is running against him. He's polling at like 8% right now. 8%. I'm telling you, Byron is he's light years ahead of everybody else when it comes to the numbers. All right, let's see. Well, there you go. Bill Clinton. I liked being governor. It was fun. A lot easier to fool around. When you're president, there's always people around. Anyway, all right. Yeah, we got lots of people in tonight. Thanks for everybody that's coming in that are not our regulars. We do really appreciate having more folks come in. Let's see. It's Keltenberg. Welcome in tonight. Welcome aboard. BN, and also, of course, my regulars, Deploribus and Dispatch and Matt. Thank you guys all for being here. And Lambert, thank you for being here as well. Lots of people in. Cheetos, welcome in with the guest membership. That's awesome. Thank you. And yeah, if you guys, my memberships are $2 a month. It's really, really cheap. And I got stuff coming up we're going to be doing as members too. All right, let's see here. Upper left, I think that's one of the Scientology buildings there, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. They've got a couple of those fancy buildings like that. But no, it's showing a Star Wars movie. Who knows? The one right above me here, that's at the ice facility. There's about 10 people there. They don't like the fact that we're deporting people who broke into our country illegally. No, I'll go look again. We just covered both of those within the last 40 minutes, but let me go look again. I've got the running things here. Nope, 1 hour ago was the last update on the gunshots at the White House. And let's see. Nope, I don't see anything new on that one either. It shows the article updated, but there really wasn't much there that's new. Let's see here. They are still searching for a safe resolution. Temperature is still rising, and it is leaking an aerosol of toxic chemicals. So there's the explosion fear that we're worried about. But there's also the downstream is getting this chemical coming downstream. Oh, what do we got here? That can't be live. It's too late. Before you get your hopes up. It's getting dark out there. I mean, it's not dark yet. It's 7:30, but it's starting to get dark. That could be a live pursuit. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Let me pull up the actual stream and see if it in fact is a live stream, and it does look like it's going out live. There's so many spoofs now.
Get a GoDaddy website, email, and matching domain.
No, see, that's cycled onto something else. That's not the original video I had up there. Yeah, I don't see any pursuits going out live. Nope. All right, so I think that's an old pursuit. I'm just going to leave it for right now. The upper left is a walking protest against Scientology. The center left is the 20 or so people that showed up at the ICE detention facility in Portland, Oregon, which looks like a police station in Guatemala, but it's actually our federal ICE facility there. Then the upper center, I do believe that this is old, but it's all I have right now. I'm looking for another feed that's new. And then the pursuit in the upper right, I cannot verify that it's live. I don't think that it is. Nope, else. I'm hoping they'll put up another chopper. It's expensive, guys. Even for a TV station, it is expensive to put up a chopper that just hovers around in circles. This one shows as being live, but I don't think it is. Yeah, they're all showing this same video that we're showing, and I don't think it's live. Oh, it is only a couple miles from Disneyland. Well, that's interesting. All right. I'm going to open the chat room up to anybody that has anything else that you would like me to bring up or discuss. Okay, nothing there. All right, let me see if there was anything else up here news-wise that I wanted to go through. I am slowly working through getting all of the posts going out right and everything. It's taken quite a while. But we are up on X and Facebook and Pinterest and LinkedIn and Discord and YouTube community on both channels. So we've got a lot of things going right now. Let's see here. Yes, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, both channels, X, and Pinterest. TikTok and TikTok requires that I sign up on my phone, so I haven't done it yet because I hate anything. Okay, then one of them must have dropped off. I had 3 channels up. One of them must have dropped off. Even Linux systems are not staying up like I'd like them to. Let's see. Yep, it looks like the 7.2 has gone down. I will look at that and see what's going on. Even these Linux machines, they're not stable over. I'm having a hard time getting them to stay stable. I think I'll get it. This pile-up radio, I've got to where it'll sit up here for a week or more. But it's also a better computer than these other little thin clients that I'm using. So anyway, there you go. That's but we do have 2 channels up over there. Chicago Police Scanner, and also Pile Up Radio, Patriotic Music. You guys can check that out. And if you want links to all of our different pages everywhere, please go give us a like and a subscribe and a friendship and all the other things that happen out there on social media. And if you want to get our links for social media accounts, they are all on our website, which is starshipadventures.net. Starshipadventures.net, and right at the top, there's all of our links to all of our different social media accounts. I'm trying to do what I can to get the word out. We're kind of stuck in a rut here. The wheels are spinning, the numbers are slowly dropping, and I've got to do something. I've been watching videos on different things you can do, and everybody just keeps telling me social media, social media, social media. So I'm doing it. I hate it. I don't want to do it, but I'm doing it. We've got to get the word out to more people about our shows. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, we haven't done a Trump and all in a while. You want me to do it live? I'll do the live read if you guys want. I'm out of things to talk about tonight anyway, so let me do the live read. I haven't done that in a while. I actually enjoy it, and I haven't got to do it in a while. All right, guys. So I'd like to thank our sponsor this hour. Our sponsor of the show is Trump and All. Trump and All is an amazing medication that allows people who are generally crazy otherwise to live a normal life and to not annoy all of the people around them, especially the sensible people that are around them. Trump and All is an amazing medication that you should try if you have Trump derangement syndrome, or if just the sight of the president makes you crazy and start throwing stuff at the TV. then you definitely need Trumpanol. If that doesn't work, you need extra MAGA string Trumpanol, MAGA Trumpanol with twice the potency. This will tune your shit right up. MAGA Trumpanol, get some today. The use of Trumpanol could cause you to suddenly become patriotic. You may like it and you may not. And sometimes the problem is a little deeper seated, a little deeper rooted down in there. And so that's why we have fast-acting suppositories. If you're an asshole, what better way to treat the problem than right to the source? And this does it right here. Just shove one of these right up in there, and next thing you know, you'll be a patriot. You'll be loving life, and you'll be shitting red, white, and blue. And I think it'll be awesome. Try it today. That's fast-acting suppositories by the makers of Trumpanol. And next up, Butthurt Cream. Butthurt Cream's an amazing medication when you've been walking back and forth in front of the ice facility all night, and your crack's hurting a little bit from all the chafing. You can try it there. It also works anytime reality's a pain in the ass. You can just apply this after elections and things like that to help. And you can also try Trump PM. Are you not sleeping? You know, if you don't get a good night's sleep, how can you ever be a good patriot? And how can you ever go out and work like a normal person? So definitely want to get a good night's sleep with Trump PM. Trump PM, wake up in the morning feeling great and flying a flag, if you know what I mean. And Trump Drops. Trump Drops is an amazing medication that you put literally in your eyes, and you'll stop seeing all the bullshit. You could actually watch CNN and see it for the crap that it really is. Try it today. Trump Drops by the makers of Trumpanol. And next up, Trumpozac. Trumpozac is an amazing medication, very much like Prozac, but this works specifically with leftists. And this will help you with long-term care of Trump derangement syndrome. So you definitely want to try that Trump Prozac today. It attacks the anxiety triggered by red hats, by orange men, and by the success of other people. So try some today. That's Trumpozac. And then MAGA ears, just in case the eyes aren't enough, you can put this in the ears, and it will actually allow you to start hearing the truth and not the bullshit that you're subjected to all the time. I will warn you, when you use these products, it will be a little frightening when you hear reality and see reality for the very first time. Trumpanol Overreaction Ointment. This is a great one here. This one also will help with the chafing. This one is more advanced, however. This will work with nearly any overreaction. So any overreaction you have, just apply this liberally to the problem, and next thing you know, you'll be all set. This treats the rashes that sometimes come from useless protesting, losing elections, or running from the big bad orange man. So try it today. Trumpanol Overreaction Ointment. And Magamidol. Ladies, we haven't forgot about you. You having a rough time? Every 30 days are you wanting to take out an ICE agent? No worries. We have Magamidol. This stuff works really great. It works with the body and the hormones to try to bring you down a notch when you get all crazy once a month. So try it today. Magamidol. That's right. It's good stuff. And Trumpicane. Trumpicane is an amazing topical analgesic that you can use next time you just can't stand life anymore. What this does, it deadens the nerves that have been frayed by 4 years of bad orange man. That's right. Trumpicane. Let it kill what ails you. And Trumpetol. That's right. From the makers of Trumpanol, it's Trumpetol. When you just have had enough and you can't take it anymore, get some of this. It's a sedative. It's for anybody that's having severe hyperactive Trump derangement syndrome. And if you get into one of these episodes and you just feel the uncontrollable urge to take out an ICE agent with your van, you can take this thing and ram it into your leg and literally give yourself an intramuscular shot of Trumpanol, and hopefully this will calm your shit down a little bit and you won't be so suicidally crazy. Okay, so try that today from the makers of Trumpanol. It's Trumpetol. Just when you're ready to say Trumpetol, jab this into your leg. Anyway, and if you're by yourself and there's no one that can do it for you, it comes with the great self-applicator. So now you can take your Trumpetol and you can give it to yourself. All right, and there you go. And the problem, because you're such an asshole, sometimes we find that it's best if we deal directly with what's wrong. And so here we go. Preparation Orange from the makers of Trump and all. Preparation Orange will get your asshole squared away again and make you feel better about life and taking a dump all at the same time. That's Preparation Orange from the makers of Trump and all. And next up, Trumpicid. That's right, Trumpicid. Every time the Orange Man comes on TV, do you have like an upset belly? Do you just not feel all that good? Oh, I get it. You need to take some Trumpicid. This fast-acting Trumpicid will cool down the liberal acids within your stomach and make you feel good again about yourself. It also helps break down all that stupid food you eat like kale and shit like that. So try Trumpicid today, especially formulated for vegan bellies around the country. Try it today. That's Trumpicid. And Patriot Patches. You know, one of the problems we have is you take some Trumpanol in the morning, you're feeling great. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're a raging blood wart again, and it's time to do something about your ass. And the people that work with you can't stand the different person in the morning, different person in the afternoon. It sucks. And so what this does, it allows you to have a nice, even treatment of the medicine. And you just put one of these patches on, and for 24 hours, you won't be a lunatic bitch. It's awesome. Try it today. Trumpanol-infused medicated patches for long, steady treatment of Trump derangement syndromes by the makers of Trumpanol. And Trump Anti-Rage Rub. You know, when your old lady gets home from protesting 20 hours in front of an ice building in the snow, and she just gets home and you want her to feel better again, try some of this Trump Anti-Rage Rub. It has the Trumpanol infused right in it, and she'll never realize that while she's getting that great back rub, she's also getting her ass medicated. And Maga Maga, that's right, Maga Maga. And after that nice massage that you give her, why don't you throw her your commander-in-chief? That's right, literally throw her the bone, if you know what I mean. And this Maga Maga is going to make you feel suddenly patriotic. It's going to make you feel like an American again. It's going to make you go all night and pitch a tent in the morning. This is some amazing stuff. Maga Maga, it's going to be huge. Try some today, because when you throw her the bone a couple times, she won't be such a raging bitch. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Stupid me. Trump of all. That's right, Trump of all. This long-lasting anti-inflammatory swollen this is a medicine that helps you swell down, and that's right, swell down all of the harsh opinions that you seem to have everywhere, and it also will help you with the Trump hating, and it's a little bit milder. Notice she's kind of smiling on this one. Try this. It's a little bit different. This one will make you feel good about everything, so just give it a try. That's Trump of all in the disco box. And next up, MAGA wipes. Yep, when she gets in the car after protesting all day, she's got that liberal funk all over her, or maybe she's made a mess all over social media. Whatever it is, these MAGA wipes can help you clean up the mess. That's right. With a special pH balance pad, these pads will neutralize all of the liberal forces that she brings home on her skin, and it will keep you from becoming one of those nasty beta males that we hate so much. And Trumpalax, that's right. Sometimes the best way to get rid of bad things is to shit them out. That's right. The Trumpalax, you just eat a few of her, and next thing you know, you'll be doing better. You'll be shitting out all the bad feelings and all the negative energy. It's going to be awesome. That's Trumpalax, a laxative for when TDS has you all backed up with bitterness. That's right, Trumpalax. Try some today and shit out the madness. And Trump Libbach. This is a great one. Look, the last thing you want to do is date some chick and knock her up and not know what party she's in. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Is there anything worse than having a bunch of liberals running around with your last name? I mean, come on, get real. So this is it, Libblock. It has a special spermicidal lotion right on the condom that will help kill just liberal sperm. It's amazing. And make sure that you don't have any liberals with your last name. That's Liblock. Next, Trumpium. That's right, Trumpium is a long-duration mood stabilizer. It's for long-term care of the truly deranged socialists out there. If you believe that communism is the answer, you probably should start on Trumpium today. Twice daily tabs will help you get away from that delusion that somehow the communists do it better than the capitalists do. What a moron. Anyway, try Trumpium today. Caution, when you first start taking Trumpium, you'll have to adjust to reality. MAGA tugging cream, that's right. Has she been at these protests night after night after night, and you're sitting there at home getting friction injuries? That's right. No more. Not with MAGA tugging cream. This tugging cream is specially designed to make you feel better while you're pounding your pud, because this is going to be what's going to happen, because she's going to be out protesting all the time, so you're going to have to take matters into your own hands, if you know what I mean. So it's MAGA tugging cream for spanking your commander-in-chief. Try some today, MAGA tugging cream. And Trumpicillin. We've specially formulated an antibacterial that will actually go in and kill only the liberal bacteria within your cells. That's right. It goes in on a subatomic level and only kills liberal bacteria. It's absolutely amazing, because no one knows when they're going to get infected by liberal juju or bad crap. Mega Meltdown THC infused gummy bears. Here's another great way to take your medicine, or maybe get somebody to take some and not realize what they're taking. I don't know, sometimes. But the Mega Meltdown THC infused Trump and all gummy bears for sudden attacks of Trump derangement syndrome. Next time you're driving down the road and you see an ICE agent and the car starts to swerve, grab your bag of quick-acting gummy bears out of the glove box and go to town. And if you don't like the green flavor, we now have Mega Meltdown new Freedom flavor THC plus Trumpanol infused gummy bears. Get some today. Let the crazy go away. And Trumpaquil. This is one of my favorite. It's the nighttime bitching, complaining, protesting, hating, stupid head fever so you can rest medicine. This is some really good stuff. You should try it. Trumpaquil. Wake up feeling much better in the morning while you went to bed all sick. There you go. Trumpaquil. And Trumpons. These Trumpons have now been certified for use in men's rooms all over Tampon Timland. So if you live in wherever it is, Minnesota, and you would like to try one of these, you can just go into any men's room and just get one. They're great. They come with the special orange applicator. These things are really huge, and they're going to absorb like you've never seen before, because Trump don't do anything half-ass, and that includes tampons. So get some today. Trumpons. Absorb your monthly meltdowns with the new special orange applicator. And Trumpadrene. Trumpadrene, the adrenaline blocker. This may help you. We've got people that drive down the road and they see an ICE agent and they literally start running through traffic trying to kill him. And so what this does is this is an adrenaline blocker. So when you start feeling the hot flashes and the pounding and the dogs in the back seat barking and your girlfriend's all pissed off, take some Trumpadrene rather than getting yourself killed. It's awesome. It's great. It's the good thing to do. And see what I did there? There's Trump Zempic. This is one of my favorite new medications. It's a new weight loss medication from the makers of Trumpanol, Trump Zempic. This is an amazing medication. No one should have to be fat and liberal. So come on, get some Trumpanol, Trump Zempic today, all right? And take care of two problems at once. That's right. And let's see what's next here. Okay, and finally, if none of that works, try alcohol. Okay, I don't know what else to do. Try alcohol, maybe a dispensary. But anyway, try Landslide Lager. Landslide Lager crushes the competition in a blowout. This is Trumpanol-infused alcoholic beverage. Get back to reality while getting shit-faced with Trumpanol. Landslide Lager. Get some today. It's amazing. So where can you get this stuff? Well, let me tell you. First thing you want to do is get it in the new fast-acting emergency kit here. This is a small kit that just goes in your car in your back seat. And when something happens and you feel these liberal tendencies coming on, or your old lady starts screaming, kill, 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 you can grab this out from behind the seat, open it up, and start taking care of whatever it is that's the problem. Whether you need some tugging cream, or maybe your old lady needs that shot right in her leg, whatever it is, this will help you with it. And if you drive a tour bus or you're working for the union or whatever, we have the new super bus size. This is a large enough size that you can treat everybody on your liberal union school teacher bus with one box. This has everything that you would normally find in the Trumpinol brand of products, all in one case. And if you are going to try to hike in behind enemy lines, we've got the new Trumpinol MAGA soft-sided med kit. This med kit can be worn like a backpack. It's got straps like a backpack, and it has all of the medications, and they're all very easy to access. And it also comes with cards that explain how to use each medicine and how to try to save each liberal life and bring them back to reality. So there you go. It's the new Trumpinol MAGA soft-sided super med kit with the backpack straps so that you can carry it in and hopefully get out with your life behind enemy lines. That's right, Trumpinol. And where can you get this? Well, CVS Pharmacy has it. Look at that. They've got a full line of the products there. You can also get it here at the Piggly Wiggly. You can also get it at Buc-ee's, right in between the caramel pecans and the beef jerky. It's sitting right there. You can't miss it, near the checkout. And Trumpinol now available at all Circle K stores nationwide. Right above the analgesics, you'll find Trumpinol. Welcome back to reality with Trumpinol. And it's at most medical marijuana dispensaries. That's right. What a great place to have it, right? And also, Trumpinol is available at a lot of other stores, including this one here, and I don't even know which one this is, and another store here. We'll call this one Walmart. Yeah, there we go. And here's another one. Look at this. They are literally on every aisle, right between the toothpaste and the Tylenol. You cannot miss it. And another dispensary. And look at this. There we go. You can't beat it. This is at Winn-Dixie stores all over the Southeast. You can find the products there next to the Pepto-Bismol. And Radio Shack stores, you can find them right next to the wire snippers and the Duracell batteries. And Sky King Fireworks, where everything's half price except the Trumpinol. That's right, Sky King Fireworks, a great location to pick up your Trumpinol and your party supplies. And here we go, another one. This is at Walgreens. Walgreens carrying a full supply of Trumpinol products. And Pilot truck stores, Stuckey's, as well as most of your major truck stops now carrying Trumpinol. We're finding out that a lot of leftists drive trucks. I didn't realize it. And, you know, they can do a lot of damage with those things, so we need to keep them stable out there. So lots of Trumpinol for our truckers out there at Pilot truck stops. And Walmart, look at that, right there at Walmart on the end cap next to the checkout, a full line of Trumpinol products. And also, Uncle Ted's Corner Store at the corner of State Road 31 and County Road 29. Right there at the flashing light, you'll find all your Trumpinol products right inside the door at Ted's Country Store. That's right. And ABC Liquor, you'll find it right between the whiskey and the scotch. And Trumpinol, that's right. We took it to a ham radio fest, and the ham guys loved it. I couldn't believe there was that many leftists that are ham radio operators, but of course there is. And they loved it, though. They bought that shit up. So then we brought it to a cosplay where we actually cosplayed the lady on the bottle, which I thought was kind of funny. And this went really well. That wizard, his life was changed by this product. It was amazing. And also, Star Trek convention. Yep, that's right. Trumpinol at a Star Trek convention. A lot of leftists in Star Trek, unfortunately. And hopefully it'll help. I don't know. But we did sell a lot of Trumpinol at the Star Trek convention, mostly to cosplayers. And also Trumpinol now available in the kiosk at Starbase 47 on level 3. You can now buy just about anything you need for Trump derangement syndrome. And guess what? We've got it right now. Oh, wait a minute. We had a location at the Portland airport. I just got word that location has been closed due to rioting. And we've also got a facility right next to the ice facility right there where you can buy Trumpinol, but I've heard that got burned down last night, so there's nowhere to get your Trumpinol there. So you have to go to the mall right there, the Portland location at the Portland Mall, about 6 miles away. You can get your Trumpinol there. So there you go. That's Trumpinol. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Trumpinol, get back to reality with Trumpinol, because that's where you need to be. Trumpinol. Something like that, anyway. All right. There we go. And that's it. Trumpinol. Buy some today. Get rid of the crazy. You just took a Dumpinol. I haven't done that in almost 3 weeks, guys. So there you go. There's my Trumpinol ad. I haven't done it in 3 weeks. So there you go. Dispatch, that entire presentation only took 6 minutes. I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. And I haven't done it in 3 weeks. Yeah, 39 minutes? Are you kidding? I mean, I'm gonna go back and look. If you guys don't ever want me to do this again, I won't do it again. I get a lot of positive feedback on the Trumpinol. Look, and Dispatch and the rest of you guys, if you have a problem with what I'm doing here, get with me in private. Don't scold me in the chat room, please. I don't like that. If you think I'm spending too much time on Trumpinol, then tell me. But tell me in an email or something. Don't scold me in the chat room 20 or 30 minutes. I only spent 6 or 8 minutes on this, and I haven't done it in 3 or 4 weeks. Wow. Very, very critical. I can't believe you're being so critical. I won't do it ever again. I'll tell you what. Wow, I didn't realize people were so sensitive over 6 or 8 minutes of something that a lot of people find funny. Whatever. All right, I got a new opener tonight you guys can enjoy, and I think I'm going to play it right now. I won't waste y'all's time with that shit again. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, I've had enough tonight. I'm going to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want, like I said, I'm going to look tomorrow when I get back home here about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. If there's any breaking news, I'll take it. We'll take it. We'll do it. All right. This is my new closer, guys. We'll see you next time. I'm sorry. I'm a little flustered right now. I don't normally get this way. I can't even talk. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody. This is StarShip Adventures signing off. We'll be back on tomorrow night for sure. And also on Monday, we may have extended coverage if there's anything going on. So be around, hit the notification, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody. This is the YouTube channel StarShip Adventures, broadcasting live from StarShip Studios in North Fort Myers, Florida, in the United States of America. We thank you for joining us this evening for another broadcast of the Sights and Sounds of Earth, covering every breaking news story across this troubled planet of ours. We've brought you the raw, unfiltered pulse of the world in real time through our unique multi-screen format, broadcasting in high definition worldwide via fiber optic connection. StarShip Adventures, a new kind of YouTube content. To our regular viewers, our loyal crew members, our amazing moderators, and everyone who tunes in each night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we thank you. Your support keeps this independent voice alive and well. We'll be back tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Eastern with another live edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth, right here on StarShip Adventures. Until then, stay safe, stay informed, and may God bless you and these United States of America. This is StarShip Adventures, and this concludes our broadcast day. Good night, America, and around the world. Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Foxtrot Sierra, signing off. QSY, 7-3s, everyone, 7-3s.